Ophelia, what's the matter?
Oh, my lord! My lord! I have been so affrighted.
What in the name of God?
My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, his doublet on his waist, no hat upon his head, his stockings bowed down, jived to his ankle, knees knocking, pale as his shirt, and with a look so hideous in purport, as if he had been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard. Then goes he to the length of all his arm, and with his other hand thus over his brow he falls to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Long stayed he so. At last a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head thus waving up and down. He raised a sigh so piteous and profound as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, he let me go. And with his head o'er his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes. For out of roads they went without their helps, and to their last bended their light on me.
Come, go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent property fordoes itself. I'm sorry. What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my lord, as you did command, I did repel his letters and denied his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I'm sorry, with better heed and judgment I not quoted him. I feared he did but trifle him indirectly, but beshrew my jealousy. Come, go into the king. This must be known, which being kept close might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, that we much did long to see you, the need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so call it, since nor the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was. What it should be, more than his father's death, that thus hath put him so far from the understanding of himself. I cannot dream of this. I entreat you both that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court some little time, so by your companies to draw him on to pleasures, and together, so much as from occasion you may glean, whether aught to us unknown afflicts him thus, that open lies within our remedy.
Good gentlemen, we have much talk to give, and sure I am 2 men there are not living to whom he more is. If it will please you, as to expend your time with us a while, for the supply and profit of our hope, your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
Both your majesties, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your dread pleasures more into command than to entreat.
But we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent, to lay our service freely at your feet, to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go, some of you. Bring these gentlemen where Hamlet is.
Heavens grant our presence and our practices pleasant and helpful to him.
Amen.
The ambassadors from Norway, my good lord, are joyfully returned.
Thou still hast been the father of good news.
Have I, my lord? I assure my good liege, I hold my duty as I hold my soul, both to my God and to my gracious king. And I do think, or else this brain of mine must not fail the policy so sure as it used to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
He tells me, my dear Gertrude, he hath found the head and source of all your son's distemper.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death, and our more hasty marriage.
Most welcome home. Say, Voltimon, what from our brother Norway?
A most fair return of greetings and desires. Upon our first, he set out to suppress his nephew's letters, which to him appeared to be in preparation against the Pollock. But better looked into, we truly found it was against your highness. Whereat grieved that so his sickness, age, and impotence was falsely borne in hand, sent out arrests on 40 which he in grief will hasten. receives rebuke from Norway, and in fine makes vow before his uncle nevermore to give the essay of arms against your majesty. Whereon old Norway, overcome with joy, gives him 3,000 crowns in annual fee, and is commissioned to employ those soldiers so levied as before against the Poland. With an entreaty herein further shown that it might please you to give wide pass through your dominions for this enterprise. On such regards of safety, the allowance is therein set down.
Likes us well. Go to your rest. At night we'll feast together. Most welcome home.
This business is well ended. My liege and madam, to expostulate why day is day, night, night, and time is time, were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit and tediousness, the outward limbs and flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. If mad call I it, for to define true madness, what word but be nothing else but mad? But let that go.
More matter with less thought.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true. Foolish figure. For I will use no art. Mad, let us grant him then. Now remains that we find the cause of this effect, or rather the cause of this defect, or this effect. I have a daughter, have while she is mine, who in her duty and obedience mark hath given me this. Now gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. That's a new phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase, but you shall hear thus. In her excellent white bosom, these and etc. Stay a while, I will be faint. Doubt the stars are fire, doubt the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Oh dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers. I have not art to reckon my groans, except that I love thee best, or most best, believe it. Adieu. Thine evermore most dear lady, whilst this machine is to him, Hamlet. This in obedience hath my daughter given me, and more above hath his solicitings, as they fell by time, by means, and place, all given to mine ear.
But how hath she received his love?
What do you think of me?
As of a man faithful and honorable.
I will fain prove so. But what might you think when I had seen this hot love? Looked upon this love with idle sight? No, I went round to work, and my young mistress thus I did bespeak. Lord Hamlet is a prince. Out of thy star this must not be. And then I precepts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, which done, she took the fruits of my advice, and eating repulsive, a short tale to make, fell into a sadness, then into a fast, thence to a watch, thence to a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension into the madness wherein now he raves, and all we mourn for.
Do you think 'tis this?
Maybe. Very like.
Take this from this, if this be otherwise. If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the center.
How may we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in the lobby.
So he does indeed.
At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to it. Be when I behind Harris, then mark the encounter. If you love her not, let me be no assistant for a state, but keep a farm and carters.
We will try it.
But look, how sadly the poor wretch comes